I really love my Trilogy tube magazine, but it's just not sturdy enough or reliable enough with all that Lego and hot glue. If only there was a 3D printed alternative. Huh? Hold on a minute. Hello everyone, I'm JoltKing627, and today I am proud to present to you the Beta 1 version of the new Trilogy Mag System 3D printed kit. So yeah, thanks to Domachevsky, this is now an actual 3D printed kit that isn't hot glued, mostly, and it's not made of Lego either, which is a very nice thing. As far as function goes, the mechanism up top here, the sliding block, has remained unchanged from my Lego prototype, except for the fact that the actual mechanism is powered by 2 gears and 2 racks, instead of all of those bazillions of translating Lego gears and chains that I had to use on my prototype. It is now much, much smoother, has almost no mechanical slop, which leads to less jams. The biggest change, as you probably have already noticed, is the fact that these magazines are now removable. You can put 3 shells in each magazine. Technically, you're supposed to use 3 of these rubber bands to make it feed, but I have only the 2 on here because I found that was more than enough force to get the shells to pop forward enough without possibly breaking any of the 3D printed elements. How that works is this ingenious little mechanism that Domachevsky came up with, where you open it like that with a twist, and then you can put in your shells, and then you just twist this back, and when you go to put this in the actual Trilogy, you're putting it in, and then you twist, and that opens it up. Altogether, it still has a capacity of 3 plus 2. You get 3 in each magazine that you have on your body, plus you can have 1 in the chamber and 1 above the chamber. Another nice thing is that because the pump grip is getting replaced, there are now multiple options. You can have this one, which is rather flat, but a little less flat than the original grip, and it's very comfortable. But since that one is a little less comfortable for left-handed users, there is also a vertical foregrip that is available, and it works just as well. Another nice thing about the design is that it doesn't destroy itself when it jams. You might think that because if you have the Trilogy failing to eject, which it will frequently do, although there are things you can do to help with that it'll crush the gears trying to get a second shell in there. This is not the case. Let's just create a jam on purpose. As you can see, there is plenty of room for the second shell to sit on top, and it's very easy to clear the jam. Just pry down the door, yank out the old shell, and you're back in business. The only part I had break during assembly was not the fault of the design. It was the fault of me putting way too much pressure on a 3D printed piece. It twisted and it snapped a little bit. That's just the piece that holds on this little door. So it's a little bit loose. I had to hot glue it, but it still works just fine. As far as assembly goes, it's really, really easy. Almost everything goes together perfectly. Domachevsky made these amazing instructions that are so clear, it's almost impossible to mess it up. One of the best things about this is that there's no real gluing or any shell cutting or even screw holes that you have to make yourself. None of that. This whole mechanism is held in place by, well, the pump grip gets replaced, but you don't even have to take apart the whole blaster to do that. And the main part on top here is held in by the sling points. One part through the back, and one part through the front. Anyway, that's enough yammering about it. Let's do what you all came here to see. Let's fire it. Alright, so we got it all loaded up. We have 1 shell in the chamber, 1 shell up top here, and 3 in the magazine. Oh no, we're out. Oh, but wait. We have a solution for that now, don't we? Quick-ish. Reload. Go. So, am I happy with it? Of course I am. It may not be perfect, and there are definitely some improvements that can be made, but overall it is a huge advancement over my old LEGO version. I want to take this opportunity to not only thank Joe Machewski for being willing to take on this project, but also for sending me this kit to review. It is really well printed. I am in love with this thing. So that brings us to the big question. Should you buy this, or should you pass it up? Keeping in mind that I am a little bit biased because I do in fact get a small cut of the profits from the sale of this, and the fact that this is a beta model, so it is not completely engineered to the fullest. There will possibly be more iterations of this coming. I'm going to say that if you are very big into shotguns, you like shells, things like that, and you're looking to just have another option for yourself, this is definitely a good thing to pick up. It's worth it in that regard. However, if you are new to the hobby and don't have access to a lot of Trilogy shells and don't really like shotguns, I'm going to say pass this one up. It might not be worth it for you. I personally, of course, love this thing, but again, I'm just a wee bit biased in that regard. Whatever your decision on this may be, I will have a link to Domachevsky's Etsy store in the description box below, both to the complete kit, which is a bit expensive thanks to the insane price of shipping things from Germany, and also a link to where you can purchase the files, although you do have to source your own hardware. That being the case, if you have any comments or suggestions, please feel free to put them down in the comments section down below. Make sure to like and subscribe, and thank you all for watching.